In order to create a new course information sheet, you need to click on My Activities and then under Course Documents, choose Course Information Sheets for the current academic year, in this instance, which is 2015. Once you've clicked on Course Information Sheets, you will bring up a list of all the courses in your portal account that require or have already had CIS completed. You can sort your courses in reference order, in name order, start or end date order, under venues, under the status, which will either be not required, approved, in progress, rejected, required or submitted. Or you can choose the actions, which will normally be edit, view or create. In this instance we don't have a create option, so we'll use one that's already been looked at, the Beginners IT course, but I know this one's blank, so it will act as a create one. When we click on edit, you're brought up the course basic information, under which you will then see the WEA themes, which in a standard course which will be already input for you. Underneath we have the boxes that the course information sheet requires. The key buttons at the top here are Save, which we recommend you do after completion of every box, mainly because the site times out after 20 minutes of an activity and any information will not be saved automatically. And secondly, the Expand All button. As you can see at this point, there is only one box available to complete. However, there are several other boxes underneath. If you wish to see them all in one go, you can click on Expand All and then you can complete each box as you go down the list. Course aims, you need to consider summarising the course in 30 words or fewer, i.e. what is its main purpose, etc. Who is the course for? And then a course description of 30 to 40 words, which will be placed on the WEA website for advertising purposes. You need to consider what topics the course will cover and how they relate to the themes for the course. The What Will It Be Like section is already completed for you and indicates how WEA classes are run. You need to include up to 5 learning outcomes by the end of the course section. Please try and number these learning outcomes if possible. Following on from this, you will need to indicate your assessment methods and any appropriate feedback you will expect and methods of feedback. Indicate in this following section any books, materials, specialist clothing or equipment, etc. that the students may need to have, and also any additional expenses they may need to incur on this course, i.e. the cost of a trip or a museum visit, for example. Any prior reading or preparation that the students may feel will enhance their learning process. And finally, what could the course lead to? Progression routes for the students. Will they be doing an advanced course with you? Will they be moving on to further education? You need to consider what the end of your course will provide for your students and where they can go next with their studies. And finally, at the bottom, you can have 4 buttons. You have the Save button again, the Submit button, which will only be visible to you once you've completed all the boxes, the Copy function and the Print function. Once you've saved your work for the final time and all your boxes are complete, you click on Submit and this will bring you up a message to say that the course information sheet has been sent to your organiser or learning manager. They will then consider the course information sheet and either approve or reject it. If it's approved, it will go forward through the administration team to produce your course pack. If it's rejected, an email will come back to you to say why it's been rejected and what you need to do to rectify the course information sheet. Please be advised you will need to resubmit your course information sheet after any amendments have been made. You will not be able to make any amendments once you've submitted the course information sheet to your organiser or learning manager unless it is rejected and sent back to you. If you want to copy course information sheets from previous ones you've completed through the portal, you can use the copy function. When you click on this button, it brings up a search menu, that enables you to search for a particular course information sheet, for example, through the name or the activity ID. Once you've chosen the correct course information sheet, you need to click on Copy, and you will then be given a warning box to say that any information that you're currently working on will be overwritten. If you're happy for this to happen, then you click OK, and the information from the previous course information sheet will be input into the one you're currently working on. In order to print, you click on the print function, and this will create a course information sheet very similar to the ones you've been used to getting via your post. It will have all the course information up at the top, and then all the information that you've put in through the portal, plus additional information on entitlements and responsibilities as a student and how to enrol for certain courses. You may print this yourself or save it onto your computer for further use. You can also view course information sheets that have already been submitted, going back to the course information sheet list, and clicking on View. You will notice that in this example the Save button is greyed out and also the Submit button is greyed out. This indicates that you have previously submitted your course information sheet and you now are no longer able to make amendments.